I've looked at your backgrounds, and Hiral, you come from a fintech background, and Amit, you've come from the technology space. How did you guys get together to co-found this startup?
The journey really began from our marriage. So we had a great combination of tech and finance. So that's how we really began.
It was quite challenging actually.
Oh, I'm sure it was. I've been married 17
The
years.
biggest problem was that we won't be bringing our work home. And I think in the last 5 years, we've actually managed to never bring work home. We have, but not the arguments and the fights at least. So,
Today we're speaking with the founders of a startup named MarketPulse. Now, MarketPulse has made it their mission to empower traders make informed trading decisions using their incredible apps. They have them on iOS and Android, and the speed, intelligence, and power afforded to these traders is what they're all about. So let's talk to Amit Dhakad and Hiral Jain. Amit, Hiral, thank you for joining us. I know you guys are working on two startups now. You've just had a child recently.
yes, it's about 2.5 months.
2.5 months. So you had your new kid in lockdown.
In
Yes.
lockdown, yes.
That's I think that's a story and a half. I think.
She's used to being quarantined now.
Oh man. Oh wow. But that's quite a challenge, especially in times like this. But good to have you guys, and thanks for taking the time. So Amit and Hiral, give us an idea of how you guys got together to co-found MarketPulse. MarketPulse is, as you mentioned earlier, the third largest. Would you say trader empowering platform? How would you describe MarketPulse in your own words?
So MarketPulse is essentially at this point in time, it's one of the most powerful analytical platform for traders out there. So anyone in the stock market who is interested in trading, it's an exceptional platform for them. And for us going forward, of course, we are focused on actually getting into the investment space as well. And our whole goal is to enable better decision making and help people survive in the stock market, because everyone coming into the stock market, a lot of them actually bleed. So our real vision is to be able to help them. At this point in time, I think it's the third largest in the stock market space.
So I've looked at your backgrounds, and Hiral, you come from a fintech background, and Amit, you've come from the technology space. How did you guys get together to co-found this startup?
So I think the journey really began from our marriage. So we had a great combination of tech and finance. So that's how we really began. The idea for Market Pulse came from our previous product, which was so this was really like it's a free app. It still exists, and we were streaming live prices for gold in the physical market on this app, and where we were expecting of about 10,000 users. To a surprise, we had like 70,000 users in just about 4 months of launching this app. So it was very clear that there was a huge demand for a product like this, streaming live prices, not just in gold, but beyond that. So that's really the motive
Yeah.
for us to begin.
It's our first baby. We just had a second baby 2.5 months back. So that's how we try to look at it.
And you guys started this after getting married.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
that's
about
right.
10 months after getting married, actually.
Acha, excuse me while I give you a salam. That is amazingly inspirational right there. So I'm going to jump back a little bit into tech. I noticed that on your website you've got the Android app and the iOS app. Were you mobile first from the get-go? How did your thought process involve different mediums of distribution or different ways to get to your customers?
So we are actually purely mobile first, and we're just purely focused on that actually. So the bigger problem that we're trying to solve in this space actually is of mindset, really. Over the last 5 years, I have heard a no, and I've heard people calling me that I'm stupid in terms of what I'm doing essentially, and I shouldn't even exist for that matter. However, we have had a very clear vision and we have faith in what we are actually trying to achieve. So we started off as a mobile platform in January 2016, and we were actually the first ones to make like a crazy product for financial markets in the mobile space. Even today, for that matter, people, the big banks, brokers, etc., are not really able to understand the importance of mobile, and they just started to begin to understand actually over the last 1 year. So I think. And the way we see this industry moving, desktops are going to be less, less in numbers as compared to mobiles. And for us, our intent is to get the common man, to get like 10% of the population of India to trade and invest in the capital market. And if we are to do that, desktop is not the way to do it. Mobile is the way to do it.
Yeah, and especially now when people are taking up multiple businesses, and it's not just one job that I am stuck on. So mobile becomes even more user friendly, because while I'm on the go, and I'm not really dependent on that screen, and I can still track the market, and not just track but even make that decision, and make my trade using my phone itself.
In capital markets, the industry is shifting from full-time traders, which is what we are, cliched vision of 3 computers and 3 monitors, and it's moving from that to a large number of part-time traders and investors. I think that's where the industry is moving, and I think we started off really early, and we actually, as a company, have great strength in the mobile space, and that is what will kind of really help us solve the problem of making a fantastic trading and investing platform for the mobile.
I'm trying to understand the use case of Market Pulse. So it's primarily an information platform. So I have my information and my intelligence, my alerts on my mobile, but then I need to move to another application or whatever service I use to actually execute any sort of trades based on this information. Am I right? Is that the way it's working right now?
Yes.
If you actually look at a trader's day, right, he spends about 95% of the time just doing all of this, what is there on Market Pulse, which is looking at data, analyzing the data, looking at the charts, setting up alerts, and all of this. And there's only that 5% time where he needs to shift to something else to make that trade. And there are days when actually these traders don't even make a single trade. So that's all the game is for Market Pulse, that these traders spend almost 95 to 98% of their time on Market Pulse, and there's a very minimal time for which they need to switch, as currently we don't have trading on our application.
That said, I think the whole point of whatever we are doing and everything that we're doing essentially is, making them succeed in the market. And that's for that, making them trade on our platform becomes very, very crucial. And we have been working on it for last 1 year, actually. So that's going to change very soon. So hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll actually see transactions happening through marketplace.
That will sort of close the loop, I think.
Yes.
All right. This is a question for both of you, Amit and Hiral. Obviously, we're in an unprecedented time with lockdown and the global pandemic. How has this affected your business? I know that you guys have hired during the pandemic. How has this overall affected the business, number one? And do you have any interesting insights that you've seen since you've got all this information, this massive amount of data flowing through your servers? Have you seen any interesting insights in this time period?
You want to take that?
I think, yeah. So in the last 3.5 months, since we've been seeing the COVID actually affecting, we've seen markets really acting volatile all across the globe. There have been days where investors and traders have bleeded money, like crashing markets. But what is interesting is, due to this lockdown situation and people being at home, there has been a lot of new entrants into the stock market. In fact, there are numbers which were published by SEBI and NSE, where they've seen a lot of new demat accounts getting active, which were dormant for a very long time. there have been numbers also where the derivative trading has picked up really well in India and across the globe. So I think a lot of businesses have seen a shutdown due to this pandemic, but stock markets are thriving, and the numbers are really are have multiplied in terms of transactions. So
Yeah. However, that's my biggest worry actually. Also, so while we see a lot of articles being written around how brokers have got a lot of new accounts in the last couple of months, the biggest worry is the same. Like people are seeing opportunity and they're coming in, but they're really 90% of these people who have entered this market during this phase might actually just leave because they will burn their hands. So while the opportunity exists, people aren't skilled to actually take care of the opportunity, and that is really the problem that we are trying to solve. So maybe this lockdown, it might be a longer extended phase, COVID phase for all of us. It will see a lot of people coming in, and that's exactly where the opportunity for Market Pulse lies. It's really that yes, these people are coming in, but how do we help them survive the market? And that's what we're going to focus on.
Jumping back to tech once again, I remember seeing an interview of you, Amit, where at the time you mentioned that your tech team was only 3 people. So honestly, that boggles the mind, because it doesn't matter what numbers you had then, but doing a product like Market Pulse with 3 people is really amazing. And I think you were talking at the DigitalOcean event, and you were talking about your use of cloud services.
Yeah. So I think that was probably a year and a half back actually, and things have phenomenally changed since then. So like I mean, during the COVID phase, right, the scale has been unprecedented actually. So we have had close to about 60,000 concurrent users connected, and we have streamed more than I think 5 million messages per second, and that's actually pretty crazy. It's the sheer volume and the scale of requests that we get basically is, I think, there'll be very few companies in India actually which could boast of such a scale basically. And this is typically, even right now, it's like a really small team. Like I mean, the core experience team is just about 6 people actually, and these are the 6 people who take care of so we don't have DevOps actually at Market Pulse. So we have developers who have turned themselves into DevOps. They take care of the production systems themselves. So it's just exceptional how just a 6 people team actually take care of close to around 70 servers. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think it's purely because we have focused a lot on making sure that the control is in our hand. We have emphasized a lot on automation. We have emphasized a lot on monitoring, alerting, making sure that we are able to deal and handle the scale and everything just with a very small team. And I think what happens is cloud becomes the enabler actually. So 10 years back, a lot of solutions that have been made in the last decade were probably not possible without cloud. Even Market Pulse, I don't know if cloud can exist. How would it be feasible for us to actually do this basically? Because the cost would be enormous and the time to set things up would be enormous. Even though large players do exist like AWS, Google, and we use them. We are their clients, and we have some of our servers hosted on those. However, DigitalOcean, what it has really enabled us to do basically is it has given a unique combination of highly reliable servers. It has made sure that the costs are really low, and it gives us a Bangalore data center, and that's fantastic for an Indian startup whose entire client base is in India. So just because of DigitalOcean, I think we've been able to kind of keep our server costs like really low, like just $5,000 a month. That's actually really low, and we're able to deal with like 500,000 people using our platform actively, and streaming close to around 20 billion messages per day. So that's just a sheer enormous volume, and we're just able to do it with a mere $5,000 a month.
This is the cost that you mentioned is something that does keep coming up. I've noticed this with other videos in the series as well. Cost is something that startup guys seem to talk about a lot as far as cloud services are concerned.
when you build a free product and you want to give it out to the masses, you cannot do it if your tech is very expensive. You need to make sure, you need to find ways where tech is going to be economical.
So I think with partners like DigitalOcean, where the cost structure is very flat. So on day one, we know the cost that we're going to incur over the next month and the next 3 months. So it helps us really manage our cash flows very tightly. And with other cloud providers, for example, you wouldn't know what your monthly bill is going to be. But with DigitalOcean, I think that's the advantage that we have with them, where we can estimate exactly and precisely what we are going to spend. So yeah, it helps a startup like us who's just 5 years old, and I think managing our operational cash flows is very, very important.
What advice would you have to potential entrants in the startup space, potential tech entrepreneurs? Because it's a little bit different, or rather it's quite different from the time I was in the space 20 years ago when the first boom and the bust happened.
I think through my journey, I've learned that the resilience of the captain of the ship is actually the most important, because the ocean out there is really, really choppy. And there's going to be ups and downs, struggles, emotions, turmoil, everything's going to happen. And if you start by working on yourself, listening to yourself, knowing yourself, and taking care of your emotions through the journey, I think you will take your team to the moon and beyond, actually. So all the best, and I think this journey of entrepreneurship or startup is really a journey just where you will discover yourself through that journey, and I hope you do that.
Thank you, Hiral and Amit, for taking the time to be part of Startups Decoded. Best of luck on your 2 startups, and we hope to speak to you soon.
Thank you so much for listening to us and giving us a chance to share our journey with all of you. I hope that this is inspiring for all the young startups, and be able to give them some learning through our interview.
Thank you, Rishad. Thank you for having us. We are always excited to share our journey.